Welcome to This Is the Day.
Wow. That was enthusiastic.
Absolutely, because this is the day. This is the Wednesday, the Wednesday, the Johanna Beachy Day.
Yep, this is the day for me to be here.
I know. You get an air high five. Oh, you.
I mean, you upped the enthusiasm. I had to try to.
Chills. Man, okay, that happened. I'm Bo Chansey, and I've just gotten blown up. This is the day. Blowing it up on the internet. Wednesday edition. We're going to have some fun.
Sure are.
We're going to laugh.
Yep.
Because I like to laugh. Plus, we have a union leader, and it's hilarious.
Guaranteed laughs right there.
I perused the news already this morning. I laughed so many times.
Some good stuff.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it wasn't at the
Excited.
chuckle, but we'll get there in a little bit.
All right.
Just hold on to your haunches. That's a weird saying.
It is very weird.
Hold on to your haunches.
Do you think it came from like butcher shops? Like when you're carrying the cow's haunch out? I don't know. That's what I thought. It's
I don't know. I'm just always like, okay.
But they're like, your haunches aren't going anywhere.
Hey, keep
you
my
know?
haunches
like,
in.
They're going wherever you go.
I don't know.
Maybe it's anyway.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, butcher shop.
Yeah, I don't want my haunches.
That took a weird turn.
I don't want my haunches going anywhere without me. All right. So, good morning to all of you. Good morning, Johanna.
Good morning.
Yep.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome. We're so glad that you would join us. And if it's not morning when you're watching, because you're watching on demand,
Right.
well played. Well played. We hope you had a good morning, and maybe a good morning whenever your next morning might be.
Right.
So good afternoon or evening or night.
Or good day, any time of day.
Sure. Yeah. And so remember that, you know, whenever you're watching, you can share the show.
That's right. At any point.
I think it's good practice.
Share
Good practice. Hey, you're here for a reason. Yeah, so share something good.
Yep.
Yep. Share something good. We promise you that we can almost give you a no discouragement guarantee.
Yeah.
I don't like to throw out the
like
guarantees, but yeah, I mean, I guarantee you this: we have zero intent
Yes.
to do anything
Right.
discouraging.
Right. Encouragement is like the word of this is the day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Encourage, build up, inspire, breathe life into, joy. These are the things that we hope to share with you. So if you could share them with others, I think maybe we get some share going on.
Yeah, because everyone wants like some laughing. Everyone needs that. Everyone wants some encouragement. Yeah.
I was
Share it.
sharing about This Is the Day with somebody I met yesterday, and he was asking me, you know, okay, so like what do you mean? Yeah, he was trying to understand.
Like what it is?
Yeah, what
Okay.
is This Is the Day? And I was describing it kind of like that. And he's like, so, like you guys talk, and I go, yes, but okay, you know how there's just a lot of noise.
Yep. I do know.
And I'm not being critical of the noise. I'm just stating there is a lot of noise. There are a lot of, we tend to have noise, and there's things that are sounds that we're hearing, language.
Yep.
And a lot of that noise is discouraging. Whether intentionally or not, I'm not sure, but it's bad news, and then it's rhetoric about bad news, and then that takes a turn to being, you know, destructive and about people, and you know, undercutting them, and you know, and it's like people we're looking for it. Even when you find something or somebody that may be an encourager in our world, it's like people are out digging for dirt to find a way to chop that down, because that's like our new thing. Anyway, I know.
Yeah.
I was like,
That's how you explained it to him?
I was like, so take that and then just take the opposite. Like we're just like we're trying to like we're being kind to one another, and we don't always agree. But when we disagree, we do so with great respect, and we listen. And
That's cool. I'm curious to know like how people would describe, if you were like trying to describe This Is the Day to friends, like the word, like how, I don't know, like drop it in the chat maybe. Like,
Absolutely.
I'm just curious to know, like how would you describe the show if someone was like, what are you doing? You're like, oh, I'm watching This Is the Day. And they're like, well, what's that? What would you say?
Yeah, like maybe we're shopping for a tagline here.
Yeah, you never know.
And you never know. This is the day, fam. We love it when you contribute and when you participate. Speaking of which, we've got a member of the This Is the Day fam who received one of these life-changing mugs.
Life-changing.
She shared the show. She's a member of the Show Sharing Society.
Show Sharing Society.
She's a part of the society, the exclusive club. And Oh, it's so true. Wow, it's invigorating.
Well,
It's like the fountain.
guaranteed to have encouragement coming out of both of us now because we just drank from these mugs.
I know. Here, and it's like a fountain of youth. Have you noticed how much younger I look?
Yeah, significantly. Like a whole.
Oh, it's budget time. Johanna gets a raise.
You look so young today, Bo.
Okay, and so anyway, part of the This Is the Day fam, a member of the Show Sharing Society, Kathy Sutherland,
I love that
sent
lady.
us this beautiful
Whoa.
photo of her mug with her mug. Now, leave it up because we want to look at this for just a moment.
Yep.
Oh my, what do you see?
Well, I see some things here.
Yep.
Obviously, that sunflower grew because of the mug.
Of course, it wasn't
there's
there
no-
before. She went out. It was a weed.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a weed
Transformation.
blossom.
Obviously, I mean, that's why she stood there to take that picture.
Correct.
You know, the other thing I'm curious about, I wonder if she had that Oklahoma shirt before, or if it literally like zoomed over here to New Hampshire from Oklahoma just to be with the mug.
No, the shirt said, "Oh no, my life's a disaster." And
Okay,
then when she put
okay.
the "This Is the Day" mug in her
Okay.
hand, it said Oklahoma as an homage to
Right.
Drew Crisp,
Right.
who is from
Oh,
Oklahoma.
I see now. I see now. Yep, it
that's-
transformed the shirt.
The mug changes everything.
It does.
People, it
Yep.
does. That sunflower too also matches the "This Is the Day" mug perfectly. I mean, you don't find those colors in nature
Right, it's
without the
true.
mug.
Yeah.
That's a fact. So thank you, Kathy,
Yep.
for that incredible
Incredible photographic proof.
picture. Yeah, you want to take great photos? Find a way to get one of these on the black market.
Yep, it's
Yeah,
true.
good luck.
There are ways.
Well, yeah, if you got the cash. All right. So, hey,
Yeah.
Johanna Beachy,
Yes.
you remember? You probably don't. There was a TV show called Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous.
No.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't, but it's like a cultural thing. Like
Okay.
sometimes I wouldn't think you would have ever seen it. But
Okay.
It's
Like a recent or
It's
older?
old, yeah,
Okay.
old. But it was like Robin Leach was the host. Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. So
Yeah.
there's like kind of people say stuff like that, you know.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm not saying you're rich and famous,
Well,
but you're like a jet setter, just living your best life.
yeah.
And so we love to know on a Wednesday,
Yeah.
what'd you do last night?
Yeah. So a glimpse into Tuesday evening in the lifestyle of a rich and famous person. Oh man. All right, let's see. Cooked some food.
What'd you have? Let's not
I
be
made
vague.
rutabaga noodles.
What is a rutabaga?
I'm not like it's
Is it a root
it's a root vegetable.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not 100% sure. I got pre-made ones. Like I didn't actually like you can use a spiralizer to make like
so it's like the pasta
it's
out of
the pasta's
yeah,
like
yeah.
made like how you can make zucchini noodles and stuff like that. So I made rutabaga noodles and it was pretty good. But mixed up a sauce in it and
Sauce 'em up?
shrimp on it. I'm a
Whoa.
big fan of shrimp.
Are
So
you? Okay.
yeah, I had that for dinner.
What kind of sauce was it?
It was like a pesto.
Okay, like
Pesto
that.
type of a sauce. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And had some very refreshing good grapefruit after that. I love grapefruit. It's one of my favorite. Especially in the summer. I put it in the fridge so it's nice and cold. And then when I open the grapefruit, I take the time, invest a little bit of time at the beginning to open it, cut out every individual one and squeeze all the juice into a bowl. So you just have a bowl of the grapefruit and you don't have to like dig it out.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's my grapefruit strategy.
Like a knife in there? Like-
Yes. Yeah.
Growing up, it was weird. Like, you know how sometimes they make certain utensils for certain things?
Yeah.
There's like a grapefruit extractor.
Yeah, I've seen those. I've never tried that.
We had them.
Did they work well?
That's all I knew, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should look into it maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. But we used them.
I finished a book and started a new book, which is always exciting.
fun.
That's always a fun thing. And I paid a speeding ticket. Yeah.
Wait, you got
Yeah.
you got in trouble with the law?
I did. Lawbreaker.
Rebel?
Yo.
I knew it.
Uh-huh.
It's the
Yeah, I got a
ones who
speeding ticket.
look so innocent that
Oh, I definitely have a tendency to speed. So.
when you got pulled over, did you have attitude about it?
No.
Like, how dare you?
No, because I knew I deserved it.
You didn't do
Yeah.
the go catch the real criminals?
No. No, although I will say, okay, so I got pulled over. Like I said, I deserved it. I'll just be honest. I was going 47 and a 30.
Yeah, that's too
And it's
fast.
like a neighborhood.
Oh,
Like it's,
oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
that's-
so I'm like,
yeah.
and I was thinking
They
about
did
that
you a
later.
favor, yeah.
No, that's where I'm like, oh no, of course I didn't have attitude because I knew
Wake
I
up-
was in the
kinda
wrong.
wake up
Like
call, yeah.
absolutely, I was playing music. I'm not making excuses.
No, yeah, we
just
understand.
I was playing music and I was just enjoying. I was driving on back roads and I was going too fast. And I was thinking about, like, I don't drive that fast in my own neighborhood, so I shouldn't in other people's.
No.
But no, so I saw the lights and I'm like, oh yeah, no, I definitely, okay, I was speeding and I'm about to get a ticket. Got pulled over and I think the police officer got out of the car and I looked in my side mirror and I looked back and I'm like, there's no way. He's an actual police officer. He looked 17 years old.
Oh, young guy.
I felt so, I mean, I'm not that old, but like looking at that guy, I was like, oh my gosh, the police officers look that much younger than me now. Yeah.
He's probably like 60, but he's part of the This Is the Day fam and got a mug.
That's true. He probably been drinking from a mug, so.
Good. So you paid your ticket.
Yes, I paid my ticket last night.
That's good.
Yep.
I've only ever gotten one speeding ticket.
Wow, to me, that's impressive.
Yeah,
I've been pulled over like 3 or 4 times.
I've been
for
pulled
speeding.
over, but I got the one, and it was my day off, and this was years ago, and I was on a country road, just driving with the windows down, and it was a 30-mile-an-hour zone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, nobody was. I
Right.
was like, oh,
Sometimes you
okay.
just caught up in the enjoyment of driving, and
Yeah.
So
Yep.
that was my evening.
Rest of that story. The police officer who gave me the ticket. Later that year, we started having police officers at the church for student events that we worked at.
Oh,
and,
right. Yes.
And
yeah,
he
like
was
we do.
the guy. And he goes, I remember you. So we kind of struck up a friendship. And there was a time where cash was tight, you know. It was, and my truck was the inspection was past due and the registration.
Yeah.
Like too far. Like I'm living on the edge, you know. I'm dodging cops. I'm pulling into parking lots and turning off the engine and hiding under the seat, this kind of stuff. And he pulls me over. Same guy.
Okay.
Pulls me over, and he comes walking up to my window, and he sees it's me, and he goes, "Get that taken care of and get out of here." I'm like, okay. And it was on a Wednesday, and so that night he's at the building, and I said, "Hey, I'm not kidding. I really was. I was on my way to do it when he pulled me over. Like I had the money, I had everything set. I was going to do it. I was like, I'm not kidding. I really was, and it's all taken care of." He goes, "No, that's great." He goes, I wasn't mad at you." I said, "Okay." He goes, "I was mad at myself." I said, "Why?" He goes, "Because I was getting ready to pull over another guy, and then I saw your car that had 2, and I was going for a 2-for-1. He goes, "I got greedy, and so I was mad at myself." And I'm like, "Well, I totally deserved it." He's like, glad you said that. There.
Wow. Yeah.
He was
There
cool
you go.
dude. I liked him.
Encounters with the law.
Absolutely, that happens. Okay, so that's exciting.
Yeah. Well, there we go. Bo,
What?
what did you do last night?
I don't talk about it. I don't like talking about it.
Well,
However, I had a cool encounter.
okay.
I met a lady yesterday, and she said to me, she goes, "So how long you been in New Hampshire?" And I said, 10 years. She's like, "Okay, cool, welcome," because that's how people are from here.
Exactly, because you're still a newbie.
Yeah, I'm a newbie,
Yeah.
right? And I was like, "Well, thank you." She goes, "So what brought you to New Hampshire?" And so that question, I say, "Well, my job, you know."
Yeah.
And so and sometimes, most New Hampshireites just kind of, they'll leave it there unless
Yeah,
they.
we don't pry.
Right, unless they have something, like
Sure.
she has a thought. So I think she kind of had a thought about
Okay.
what I did or whatever. And so she goes, "Oh, what's your job?"
Okay.
And I said, "Well, I'm a pastor at Manchester Christian Church." And she goes, "Which one is that?" And I said, "Well, we have campuses in Concord and Manchester and Bedford," and this was happening in Bedford. And I said, "Our one in Bedford is across from Memorial School." And she goes, "Oh, yes." And she looked at her husband and she goes, That's that big one over there." And I go, yeah. And then she goes, "That's Rock and Roll Church."
I don't even know what she means by that, but I love it.
I went, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I just went, it made me so happy. I just went, yes.
Yep.
Yeah, because she was happy about it. It wasn't
Right.
I was like, yes, rock and roll church, sure, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that. That's great.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much that I was like, this and that, and okay, yeah. And anyway, we talked for a little bit. I was like, yeah, sure. You know, she's like, yeah, people, you know, friends and people talking
Yeah.
about, you know.
Yeah.
So at least in one little like pocket or whatever, we're known as rock and roll
Rock
church.
and roll church.
So
I love it.
I was like, that's cool.
Yep. Of all the things you could be known for, I'll take rock and roll.
Sure. Well, as a part of it at least.
Sure.
Okay, and then look at these bad boys. All right.
Wow.
All right. Whoa.
Okay.
These are tie-dye socks.
Yes. Did you buy them as tie-dye socks?
No, I didn't buy them at all. They're a gift.
Okay.
Okay. And I did it. Okay, so this side, that's a 4. You can kind of see it there. It's
Oh,
a
I can
4.
see it. Yeah, I can see.
And then this side, it was a 1.
Yep, definitely a
so
1.
pray for 1. Tie-dye socks, and family friends.
Okay.
They were doing some tie-dye,
Yeah.
and so Hannah made me a pair of tie-dye socks. So I got my tie-dye socks.
I love it.
Aren't they pretty rad?
They are pretty cool. Tie-dye is very trendy. So
Absolutely, yeah, it was great. So,
I guess it always has been, really. It's not like we can claim it for right now. I mean, it's been a trendy
claim it
thing for a
whenever you-
really long time.
well, it comes in and out a little
Yeah.
bit, but yeah, I'm looking for a place to wear my tie-dye socks.
Hey, this is the day, I think.
No, it'll happen. It'll definitely happen, but I was excited about that. I've been
Nice.
waiting on them. I knew they
Yeah.
were coming. They had to dry for a little bit. And
Have you ever done, like, made your own tie-dye shirt?
No.
I never have, but I feel like it's a life goal.
okay,
Yeah.
maybe
Someday.
next week.
Yeah.
Maybe next Tuesday.
Maybe I could.
Step up your game a little.
A little bit. Yes.
I mean,
I'll
come
try.
on, you know
I'm
you're
not very
coming in here
crafty,
on
but
Wednesday
I'm
morning.
fine with trying it. Yeah, it's true.
All right. Sweet. All right. Ready for a little verse of the day?
I love verse of the day.
No, you do. Oh, no, you do. This is from YouVersion Bible app. Download it. They give you a verse every day, so we like to read it on This Is the Day. And it's from 2 Corinthians chapter 12. So Paul is writing here in verse 9. And he says, but he said to me, referring to Jesus, he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me. All right, Johanna, what jumped out at you there? What'd you hear?
Okay, I love this verse already. I have this highlighted in my personal reading Bible because it's a reminder that I'm just personally speaking of myself. I think it's true for many people, but for myself, I do not like feeling weak at all. I like to feel like I'm in control. I like to feel like I've got things planned out, that I'm a strong personality. And so that's a hard dying to self thing for me, to be like, hey, you know what? Your weakness is actually something that I can work through. And your weakness is actually more a testament to me than your strength sometimes, because it's my strength that people will see. So this is, I'm just being really personal with this one, because this is a reminder that I need all the time, because I fight against that. I don't want to feel weak. It's scary to feel weak in the world. You want to feel strong and in control. And he's like, no, listen, it's my strength. That is what's going to get you through. Your weakness is actually something that you can boast in. So no, that is a personal reminder that I need a lot of the time.
Yeah. That's very cool.
And I remember Paul saying right before that one too, he's begging God to remove, he's praying and he's begging God to remove something that he's struggling with.
Yeah,
and
calls
this
it a
is
thorn in the flesh.
Yeah, and this is God's response. This is what God says to him in response to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Paul writes that he had this thorn in the flesh, which we don't really know what that is. I mean, people have speculated a number of things, but it's all speculation. Nobody really knows, except that he says that he prayed 3 times. He prayed earnestly, you know, God, remove this from me. And this was, Jesus' response, that his grace is sufficient.
Right.
For his power is made perfect in weakness. I mean, there's quite a bit there. I mean, his power is made perfect in weakness. We tend to think, okay, well, if we exercise strength and control, and I mean that's how power is best expressed. But I know personally that if I start like moving out of power, like for power,
Right.
out of power, there's almost always an abuse of that causes damage.
Mm-hmm.
At least, and if not, I mean, I know it causes damage in the world around me to others, but it also damages my soul.
Right. Yes,
'Cause then
absolutely.
I'll become
Yeah.
self-sufficient, self-reliant, and then
Yep.
I begin to step away from God and thinking, well, no, I've got this and I can handle this. And God, if I need you, I'll tag you in.
Mm-hmm.
But right now I'm cool. I got this, and I'll let you know
Yeah.
if I'm going to need something from you or a little direction. But
I know. I do the same thing.
yeah,
And that's why he reminds me of that all the time, because he's like, all this stuff that you're trying to do, like feel safe in the world by like standing in your own power and strength and everything, it actually is like less safe than relying on me.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I love this season for our church, for the local church, for our church family. That we've really we've slowed down just a little bit to say, okay, God, we really want to hear from you. So from our eldership, our staff, to the church as a whole, we're saying, okay, we're gonna fast and pray, and we're gonna listen to you, God, and we're not just gonna flail about.
Right. Yes. Which seems obvious, but no, it's so easy to fall into that. Like you end up flailing.
Oh, a lot of flailing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody's like, describe your leadership style. A lot of flailing.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's.
Yep.
But yeah, no, to rest and listen and be centered on Him. John the Baptist said, "He must become greater, I must become less."
He must increase and I must decrease.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
good. So yeah, it's I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, because that's the thing. The other thing too is when some try to diminish, what in any situation you may want to attack weaknesses.
Yeah.
And Paul, because that was happening to Paul.
Yeah.
People were coming after him. He's trying to lead and trying to encourage and trying to support the church and reach the most people in the shortest time and help the gospel, this good news of Jesus, spread. And they were kind of coming after him for his weaknesses. And he's like, well, yeah, I got weaknesses.
Right.
Of course I do.
Oh, yeah.
Don't put your hope and trust in
Right.
me. Yeah.
All of us. Yeah. All
For
of us
sure.
do.
So we don't have to hide those. Although it is interesting too, how probably the place where weaknesses are hidden the most are in church communities.
Yeah.
Because of this very thing.
That makes me sad.
Of course. Yeah. Makes me sad when I do it.
Yeah.
So the more we can just say, hey, here I am. Here's who Jesus is. This is what He does.
It's a good reminder today.
Verse of the day.
Verse of the day.
Good stuff. All right. So we know where you are right now.
Right.
Physically, you're here.
I am. You can see me,
Yes,
and I'm here.
you're here.
Yeah.
But you like to travel about.
Yes.
And so sometimes, your heart's somewhere, your mind's somewhere. I just wonder, where in the world?
Yeah.
Is
Where
Johanna
in the
Beach?
world today? All right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I have a question to get us ready for where in the world we're going. Are you someone who enjoys hiking?
You're asking me?
Yes. Well, any of you. Like, are you hikers? Do you enjoy the trekking up a mountain? So here's how, hiking involves some elevation, not just walking on a trail. Like some up, down.
Your definition of hiking.
In my
for this
definition of
question.
hiking, yes, for this
Okay.
question. Yeah.
Would you like me to answer?
Yes.
Okay, it's a little bit of a complicated answer.
Okay.
Okay. If I was to go on a hike, I would absolutely enjoy it.
Okay.
No doubt about it. I would have a great time. And whoever was hiking with us, I would
Okay.
do everything I could to help them have a great time. I have zero plans to go on a hike.
Okay. All right.
So does that answer your question?
Sure, yeah.
Do I enjoy
if you
hiking?
found yourself on one, you would enjoy it. But
yes,
it's not
there's-
something you go seeking out to...
I would tell you, there is no doubt that I would enjoy the
Okay.
hike, but...
Okay, that's valid. That's cool.
yeah.
All right. I do like hiking, and so if you have a favorite hiking spot, you should drop it in the chat and let us know, because I'm always looking for hiking spots to go in New Hampshire. But the place that we are going to today is ideal if you like hiking, because we are going to Tajikistan.
That's not a place.
Tajikistan.
You made that up.
No, I did not make it up, and it is not to be confused with Afghanistan or Uzbekistan or Kazakhstan. We're going to Tajikistan.
You know, the Stan family, they've
Yes,
got a whole bunch of countries.
and it's a big family.
That must be a
Yep.
proud mom and dad. Look at our family.
The Tajikistan family. Yeah, but so this is a country that the terrain is 90% mountainous. Yeah. So they just, like, hiking is, like, if you want to get around anywhere in Tajikistan, you're going to be going up and down hiking. But it's gorgeous landscape and scenery, so lots and lots of hiking, lots of lakes and rivers. They've got, like, something like 900 rivers there, so very, like, rural and countryside. And the other thing that's really cool about this country is that they're incredibly old. Like, the history there in this country, I honestly forget, like, how young the United States of America is sometimes. Because even if you, like, think about before Declaration of Independence, we're like, you could say maybe 400 years, something around there, like, for our country. Not even, if you're going back before that.
Math.
I know. No, I'm talking before 1776. Like, if you count from when we were a colony.
It's still. Like,
anyway, the point is that we are a young country, whereas Tajikistan, like, they have traditions and, like, cultural stuff in that area and in those people groups that literally go back like 3,000, 4,000 years. So we're talking like before Jesus was walking around on the earth. So it's just kind of cool when you like hear about stuff that was passed down for that long. And one of the things, so because it's a mountainous country and the terrain is all over, they're very prone to earthquakes. And so they have this really traditional, like, old style of houses that are earthquake proof. And like, this is the way people there, it's in like the Highland area, have been building houses for, like I said, like thousands of years. And it's cool because like modern architects are studying them and they're like earthquake proof, the way that they're designed. And they're gorgeous houses. We have a picture to show you. So this is like a traditional style house in Tajikistan. This is like the communal family area. And there's like these pillars that they make the house like very earthquake proof. And the key thing, if you look at the ceiling, so they all have these like skylights in the ceiling, but you've got all these layers of wood and all these layers going different ways, all these different beams like make the house like withstand earthquakes. Plus they're beautiful.
It's gorgeous
to look at. I'm like, I want a living room with a ceiling like that. Like, that's just incredibly beautiful. So yeah, that's like a traditional Tajik house from the Highlands. The other thing that's kind of cool about Tajikistan is that they have the second highest, like elevation-wise, highway in the world, the Pamir Highway. Not Premier, Pamir. Pamir Highway.
Okay.
So it's an incredibly high elevation. It's like over 10,000 feet or something like that above sea level. And I thought that it would be pretty cool if we could go on a little virtual road trip together on the Pamir Highway. I personally love road trips. I enjoy doing them with people. And I wish we could all go to Tajikistan on the Pamir Highway and take a little road trip. And guess what?
Who's driving?
We can. I'll drive.
Do they drive? Is it on the left there or on the right?
That's a good question. Actually, I have no idea. I don't know.
All right, you'll drive.
Or we'll let my sister Joy drive. She's actually a much better driver than me. But yeah, we're gonna take a little virtual road trip.
You'll go too fast.
I'll get a speeding ticket.
All right, see you.
All right, so we're back from our road trip in Tajikistan. So it's gorgeous, right? So I'm gonna give you a little like clue on how you can find it. I'll be completely honest, I actually needed a map to help me find the country of Tajikistan because it wasn't entirely, I knew generally where it was, but if you wanna go on a road trip to Tajikistan or just find it and learn more about it. So if you're looking at a map, okay, let me like position where like you were seeing it. If you had Africa over here, and then you have Asia over here, and India right in the middle. Tajikistan is basically right above India. It's in Central Asia, so that's the area that you would find it at. So yeah, that's the Pamir Highway, that's Tajikistan. My last fact about Tajikistan, which I think is maybe my favorite one, I don't actually know if this, I've never been to Tajikistan and I've not met anyone from there, so I don't know if this is like still culturally the case. I think this just used to be in the past. The funny thing with traveling like I have is that you come to realize that things like beauty standards can kind of change depending on where you go around the world. And one of the things that I read is that traditionally in the past in Tajikistan, a woman was considered very beautiful if she had a unibrow. So that was considered like a beauty ideal in their culture. And if you were unfortunate enough to have been born with 2 separate eyebrows, you would use paint to create a unibrow. And that was like, you looked great in Tajikistan if you had one eyebrow across, apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's still the case or not.
That is interesting.
I hope it is, because I think that if I just let my eyebrows go, I could probably get to a unibrow.
Let's find out.
Yeah, I should try it and then head to Tajikistan. Yeah.
Going to
man.
Tajikistan to get a man.
Yep,
Look
with
at
that
this
unibrow.
brow. You don't want a hat.
Oh gosh.
All right.
But yeah, there you go.
Thank you. That was cool. You know, those
Tajikistan.
beauty standards, I think one of, like, example of that,
Yeah.
just common cultural reference would be like during the 80s, you had David Hasselhoff, and they thought he was good looking in Germany. So there's that. I don't know.
It can change.
I'm all the rage, and I
Are
have
you?
nowhere at all. Okay, so you went to
Tajikistan.
Tajikistan.
Try spelling it too.
Yeah. I just went to Closet Stan.
Yeah. Part of the Stan family.
Yeah, it's well, they don't really talk about Closet Stan.
Is it the weird uncle?
It could, I don't know. It's just part of the family tree they don't really celebrate.
All right.
Yeah, I went in the closet today and my calendar page. And, you know, a lot of days I feel like it's targeting me.
Yeah.
I think.
Is that today?
Nope.
No?
Well, maybe a little bit. Really, when I read it, I was like, it's Wednesday. Closet calendar's going after Johanna, which
All
I
right.
tried to warn it. I'm like, that's not wise.
All
I
right,
don't
let's see.
recommend
Closet
that
calendar.
closet calendar at all. That's dangerous territory.
Yeah.
Okay. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's get a shot. Okay. Do you ever just forget to hide your expressions for a minute, and then you're like, I did not mean to make that face out loud?
Yes. Okay.
You ready to do it? Let's do
Yes.
that face right now. Okay. You ready? 1, 2, 3.
Absolutely, that happens for sure. I actually had to learn that because I thought like, hold your tongue, like don't say sometimes what you are wanting to say, and then I realized like your face sometimes says it even if you're not actually saying it.
Oh, yeah, the
Yeah.
face. The face
All right.
speaks, yeah.
I mean, that was a accurate thing to point out, closet calendar. That has happened in my life.
That's why I don't think you
Yep.
should go with the unibrow, because
Yeah, no,
like, you know, you've got
it would just be,
a dominating scowl.
it'd be
as it
another
is.
level of intense.
I know, you come bringing that unibrow
Yeah.
in, like, if it goes up and in like that, like,
no, it's true. I might have to steer away from that.
you'd crush people.
Unless I end up in Tajikistan.
In which case, look out. All right. So yeah, closet calendar.
Yep.
It's a little personal.
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Okay.
it's a good
Closet-
reminder.
I have to maybe stop going to Closet Stand. Except I need clothes. Okay.
Yeah.
And then in our kitchen, we have another calendar that gives us a national day to celebrate.
Yeah, I love it.
Today is National Lasagna Day.
Lasagna.
Lasagna.
All right. Yeah. I like a
Lasagna.
good lasagna. Lasagna.
Lasagna.
Yeah.
I feel bad for G. That I
Yeah.
don't think that G should be silent. It's lasagna.
They get asked to be silent a lot, the G's.
Yeah, they're shutting the G's
Yeah,
down. Don't
it's
do that.
true.
Let the
Sign.
G's. Yeah, what's that? Yeah.
What's the other nochi or nachi or whatever you like?
Nochi?
Yeah, it's spelled with a G.
Noki, yeah.
Noki.
Yeah. What's this? Come on, G.
It's true. They
Ain't
don't get.
nothing, ain't nothing but
We're
a G
gonna
thing.
celebrate
Let's say
G
it.
today for Lasagna Day.
Lasagna Day, brought to you by the letter G.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, we do have something special to help us celebrate
Okay.
Lasagna Day, but I
Awesome.
have a couple of just brief things.
Okay.
When I think of lasagna, I think about Garfield.
Yeah. Okay.
Garfield.
I actually get that reference.
Yeah. Out of all the cats
Yeah.
in the world, I got a little respect for Garfield.
Okay.
Knows what he wants, goes after it,
Yeah.
likes lasagna.
And he wants
lasagna.
lasagna and sleeping all day, pretty much, right?
He's cat.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. He's mean to Odie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Poor Odie.
But no, Odie's great.
Yeah.
Look, Odie was never going to get his own strip. This is not a big enough personality. I mean, he's riding on Garfield's coattails. He gave Odie a space. So that's good. Okay.
Yeah.
That's one thing.
Okay.
And then the second thing is this. Actually, no, I'll save that.
Okay.
Just an observation. Our own Dan King,
Yes.
resident chef extraordinaire. Mm-hmm. He has made a little video for us on how to make lasagna.
This is gonna be good.
Yeah.
Hey, my friends, welcome back to our kitchen and happy National Lasagna Day. What better way to celebrate than to cook a lasagna together? Let's go to the kitchen. There's 3 steps to preparing our lasagna. Gotta make the meat sauce, mix the ricotta filling, and then assemble the lasagna. For my meat sauce, I'm gonna use a pound of ground beef and a pound of sweet Italian sausage. I've added those meats to my pot here, and now we'll come over here to make our sauce. I have everything from different types of tomato to onion and garlic to a variety of Italian seasonings. Here's a close-up on that ingredient list. Let's blend it up and add it to the pot. So while that sauce is heating up on the stove, let's move over here to step number 2, and that is make the ricotta filling. So I have my ricotta cheese and an egg, some parsley, shredded cheddar, and a clove of garlic. Go ahead and mix these all up together. Hey guys, everything is coming along really well so far. Come check this out. We've got the ricotta filling, so creamy, just authentic ricotta cheese, smells so good. Our sauce is thickening up so nicely and heating. And I've also got our pasta here. It looks like we are almost ready for assembling our lasagna. First layer of my lasagna is a thin layer of sauce, followed by a layer of the lasagna pasta, making sure to overlap over the seams. Next up is a layer of the ricotta filling. Now I'm gonna add some thin slices of fresh mozzarella cheese. Then about 1.5 cups of meat sauce. A layer of fresh Parmesan cheese. And then you're gonna repeat those layers again. Guys, look at all those layers. It looks so good. I've got the oven at 375 right now. I'm gonna go ahead and put this lasagna in foiled, covered, for about 25 minutes. Then I'll uncover it and go again another 25 minutes and really kind of crisp up that mozzarella cheese on top. It's done. Man, okay, here we go. Things that I think make a lasagna really good. Number 1, San Marzano tomatoes. Look for that type of tomato in most of your Italian dishes. Number 2, quality, authentic cheeses. Ricotta to the sliced mozzarella, even to the quality of your grated Parmesan. Get some really good cheeses in there. It's gonna taste fantastic. But the third thing I think is most important, what makes most lasagnas like this taste so great is the opportunity to share it with other people that you love. And so I'm so glad that we got to make this lasagna together on National Lasagna Day. If you make a lasagna today, take a picture, post it. I'd love to see it. But my friends, I wish you well. Thank you so much for joining. Have a great day.
My mouth is watering.
That was delicious.
I don't know how we're going to do the rest of this.
I just
this
want to
show.
go make the lasagna now.
I don't want to make it. I want to eat it.
I want to do both, but he did such a good job in like explaining how you make it that it actually makes me want to try making a lasagna.
Yeah, you know, if he was just, if he could, as good as he is at these cooking videos, if he could be good at anything else, that would be great. Like, I don't know, like if he could
just take off.
If he could sing or play an instrument.
Well, if only.
Have a stage presence.
Too bad. Yeah, too bad. He's gonna have to just try to make a career out of like YouTube cooking videos.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, hey, that's a way
good.
to celebrate Lasagna Day. Mm-hmm. I mean, here's the deal. You go to the freezer section.
It's true.
Stouffer's makes a pretty solid lasagna. Look, I know some of you are out there are like, nah, listen, come on. Yeah. Dan's is better. And
Obviously,
I'm sure,
we're not disputing that.
No.
I mean, yeah.
And I'm certain that we could all probably make something maybe better. It's a solid lasagna.
Yeah.
I got to give them credit for the frozen, to the point where it's like, can I make my own pie crust? I can make my own pie crust. I've made my own pie crust. I've rolled it out. I've done the whole thing, and it's delicious.
Sure, done more than me.
But The Pillsbury
Yep.
pie crust that you just roll out,
Yeah.
it's like a degree off. So
My mom would agree with you there. She's always like, why would I, like...
I'm not doing it
like,
anymore.
just,
Yeah, I don't.
Why would
I roll that
can
bad
get
boy
it.
out. Yep, here you go. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's kind of how I feel about the
Yeah, I agree.
Stouffer's has done a good job.
And I think he hit on a key thing there to celebrate Lasagna Day. Eat lasagna with other people.
Yeah, that was the real, you're right. Absolutely the key, yeah.
That's that'll just up the celebration level right there. Whether you make your own or whether you go get a frozen lasagna, just have it with other people.
It
have it
is
with your
a dish for
kids,
that,
have
yeah.
it with,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drop it
Yep.
off at 56 Old Bedford Road,
Yep, bring it right here.
Bedford, New Hampshire.
You can eat some in your car and we'll eat some in the building.
Yeah, no, we don't have to, yeah.
Yeah.
just share it.
Exactly.
That's something worth sharing. All right, so cool. Well, we're celebrating that, which is great. And that was wonderful. Thank you, Dan, for doing that. So, it's Wednesday.
It is Wednesday.
Wednesday, and we have Motivation Monday.
Yep, we do.
And Tuesday's tips.
Yes, which can be
And
very helpful.
There's they could.
The remembering the name thing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, no. But today is Wednesday
Yes.
Wonder.
Uh-huh.
So you got something wonderful for us?
I really do.
Okay.
I do. See, here's the thing. In high school, I found science to be incredibly wonderful. And I really wanted to pursue science, and I thought I would go into science, which I did not at all. God knew what he was doing with that. But I still, when I discover things like in the world that he made and about science, sometimes it just blows my mind, and I find it to be so wonderful. And this came about because I was recently wondering from a conversation, what is the most venomous animal in the world? Now, you wouldn't think this leads to wonder, but it truly does. It is incredible, because what I discovered was not what I was expecting. So it's not a spider, and it's not a snake.
I have a guess.
What? What do you think it is? Because I was not at all what I was thinking it was.
A woman with a unibrow from... No.
No. But
Was I close?
almost the same. I mean, you were close in the sense that it could be unexpected. And people need to watch out for it when they think it's harmless.
Okay.
So, no, one of the most venomous creatures in the animal world is a cone snail. A snail.
Snail.
A snail. Yes.
Like Gary from SpongeBob.
Yes.
Just go with it.
Yes.
Come on, you're the children's
I
bastard.
actually
Just go
can't
with
stand SpongeBob.
You're the family life
Okay,
bastard.
sorry.
Just go with
Quick
it.
little
Don't.
side thing. I used to babysit these kids that wanted to play SpongeBob 24/7 all the time, and it was too much of a thing to the point that now just hearing that music, it like triggers something in me. So anyway, I'm sorry, SpongeBob fans. Anyway, okay, the cone snail. No, seriously, okay, there's like 500 different species of cone snails. We've got a picture of a couple of them. And they're like collector's items. These like
I've
shells
seen
are
those.
beautiful. Yeah, the shells, so they like collect these and they're incredible. But the actual snail inside it is, I think, just wonderful. Like part of the wonder is the way that God designed stuff to like get food that it needs and fight off prey. So this one in particular, this is one of the species of a cone snail. It's called a geography snail. No idea why I got named that, but it's a geography snail. And this is, of the 500 species, considered by scientists to be the most venomous one. And it actually could kill a human. So like they said, there's like recorded instances of people like trying to go collect these, and then it has this like little harpoon that it'll shoot out, and if it gets you, it could kill you within like 5 minutes. So that's like not wonderful, like that's not good, but maybe a little PSA, like look out for snails like this. The cool and amazing thing about these snails is that, so the venom is made up of like hundreds of different types of toxins. And what they're discovering is that when they study these toxins, they're finding that they can actually use some of them as like pain medications for people, because they're so like complex, and there's like all these compounds in them that when scientists are studying them, they're like making new discoveries. And I'm like, there's so many things in creation that God has made that we just have barely even begun to understand yet, and it's so cool to me. And the other amazing thing that these geography cones do, these geography snails do, they can shoot out a cloud of what is basically like insulin when they're hunting, and it like sends their prey into like a insulin shock, and it freezes them, and so then they can capture it. And they're like the only known creature other than humans that use insulin for something like that. I find them to be wonderful and incredible, and I think it's just cool that like we're barely beginning to research some of the intricacies and complexities of things like cone snails and making scientific discoveries because of it. So there you go, what you never knew about snails.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering,
Uh-huh.
what in the snail will you bring next?
You never know.
Alice.
Yep. Snails.
Snails.
Pretty wonderful.
Pretty wonderful.
I had no idea.
I didn't either. Okay.
Now you all know.
I don't want to be shot by a
Yeah,
snail.
look out for snails.
What a horrible way to go.
I was just trying to pick up a pretty shell. Yeah.
How'd he die? Snail harpoon.
Snail got him. Yeah,
Wait, what?
I know. Oh, man.
Like, are there snails out
But-
there? Like, they're sailing about, we're going to get a human.
I don't
like
think so.
I'm their Moby Dick.
Yeah. Right. They got the big one.
That's
Oh,
horrible.
man, yeah.
Okay.
Poor snails.
All right, so hey, summer is on.
Uh-huh.
It's on.
Yes,
Okay.
it is. It's true.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so we've got a little,
Yeah.
little communication.
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From regarding something for our students.
Yeah, we're having some CIY nights in August. So middle school, high school students are invited to come and have a great time with us all together here at the Bedford campus. It's going to be from 6 to 9 on August 9th, 16th, and 23rd. And I think we've got a little video that's going to give you a little bit more information about what's
All right,
happening
we'll
with
check it
that.
Are you feeling down? Are you tired of only meeting your friends in Zoom and Discord calls? Have you watched 5 hours of TikTok every day before lunch? 2 out of 3 middle and high schoolers have already watched every show on Netflix 3 times over. 99 out of 100 are starting to confuse words like brain with Brian. 1,000,000 out of 1,000,000 are experiencing chronic boredom. Do you feel like summer has been canceled? Well, you're in luck, because summer is not canceled. We've got events coming up for all ages, cool games, dope music, a trophy in the shape of a foot. Yeah, you heard me right. Join us for CIY during the evenings of August 9th, 16th, and 23rd. And guess what? It's free. You know what they say, be there or be bored. It's your choice. For more information, go to mcconline.com and click events.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be great.
There
You
we
can
go.
learn how to skip rocks on the pavement,
Yeah, I sure can.
magically drink out of a juice box without a straw,
Yes.
and run around a tree, with a bearded man.
Yes.
And
Exactly.
it's going to be great. It's on. Let's do
Yes.
this. I love it. All right. You know what this is.
A union leader.
Union leader, chock full of, I alluded to it earlier,
Yep.
so I
Yeah.
know I'm not going to do it justice today, but
I mean, how could anyone? It's the
you
union
can't.
leader.
It's the union
Yeah.
leader. So their front page titles are great. Fireworks fizzle.
Oh, dear.
Fireworks fizzle.
Wow.
Yep, we see you, union leader. Fireworks fizzle, even though plovers are gone. Only in New Hampshire is this, I think, the top headline. Fireworks fizzle, the plovers. There were those little birds. There was a big nest of them at Hampton. They canceled the fireworks so they could get the plovers out.
Wait, I've never even heard of plovers.
Yeah, just look it up. You can wonder about it later.
Okay.
So they got them out. So then they're like, fireworks are back on, and then they said fireworks fizzle because they don't want crowds at
Yeah,
the beach.
yeah.
They're not trying to get
Okay.
crowds of people together, which is pretty good. Then on the bottom, there's a little thing that says seasonal worry.
Oh, dear.
In case you didn't have anything to worry about.
In your carefree life.
Yeah, so here's some. They're like, hey, everybody, something to worry about. Ripple effect. New Hampshire beachgoers react to fatal Maine shark attack.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we don't. I'm not making a lot of a shark attack, but in New Hampshire, we've got like half a mile of coastline.
Yeah. But
that we really love.
the sharks can go to Maine? Ooh, okay.
Yeah, Maine shark attack. Yeah.
I didn't know
So
that.
here's your seasonal worry.
Okay. Well, I am worried now.
Sharks.
I go to the main beaches.
I'm mostly
Okay.
concerned about the land sharks. They're terrifying. A small prayer?
Yes.
Front page news. All right, here we go. Small prayer.
Okay.
Dear Lord, you are the gift of life in a world needing your presence. Amen.
Who writes those?
I don't know, I love them though. It's a
Wow.
great
You
prayer.
are the gift of life in a world that needs your presence.
Yeah, so sometimes praying, like we're talking to God and we're, saying to him, hey, God,
Yeah.
I see you, I know you. It's a cool thing to like say that to him, like, God, you are the gift of life. Because when we remember that, we know our world needs his presence.
Yeah.
And he's the gift.
It does.
Yeah.
Wow.
You gonna
That was
chuckle?
good. I hope so.
It's not. All it takes is 2 eyewitness accounts of the same traffic accident to make you wonder about history. Okay. Look, someday we'll do a whole breakdown on history
Okay.
and how it's written, but not today. We'll just let the chuckle
I'll let that go.
be. Okay. Yeah, not much else here. A lot of stuff. Pasta salads. They didn't get the lasagna memo. It's fine.
Oh well, missed opportunity.
Yeah. There's this other article here that I wanted to talk
Not an
about.
article.
Okay. Family circus.
Yep.
Right. Here we go. Looks like they're in the yard. Got this kid. He's up on a slide, and he's got the water hose. Other kids are eagerly anticipating what's about to occur. Mom, it looks like, comes out, and she's got some, like, what's going on here? And the answer is, we're going to make a waterfall.
Yep.
We're going to make a waterfall. All right. I mean, look, how'd they get this far into the process before Mom's got questions? I mean, they're like in there in the
Yeah.
swimsuits. They're ready to rock and roll. This has been in motion for
Yep.
a period of time.
Seems like it.
And they've got the hose, and they're getting ready to turn that bad boy on. I mean, when they come off this slide, what are they landing on?
Yeah.
But I don't know what to think of. I mean, do we make a phone call yet?
No, I don't think so at
Okay,
all. Because
okay.
actually, I mean, I think this is a pretty cool example of like how awesome kids are with their imagination and just their like innovation and create something that wasn't there before. And also kids are fast. We've covered that before. So like this all, I mean, you say this took time, but like I bet they could have done this in about 3 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
See, like changing your clothes as a kid, like into a bathing suit, say, if your parents are telling you to do it, that takes like 3 hours.
Forever, right.
But if
yeah.
you are wanting to do it for something like that in a minute.
Yeah.
So I think like the mom could have been like trying to make them lunch and then all of a sudden realizes, wait a minute, it's quiet. Where are they? Walks outside, sees that.
It's so
I don't
funny.
know if she lets them do it or not, but the creativity there on the kids' part, they're making something that wasn't there before. I love
Yeah,
it.
you're right. Sometimes
Yeah.
we just miss things. There's summer's on
Yes.
for these
Yep,
kids.
for these kids, it is.
Maybe they weren't able to go to a waterfall, or they were going to go to like Niagara Falls, or had
So they're like making in the backyard.
Yeah, and then they're like,
Yeah.
sorry kids, we can't go, and the kids are like, that's fine, summer's on.
Yep.
All right.
Yep,
All
exactly.
right.
Rolling
Good
with the
job,
punches.
Family circus.
Doing it anyway.
The back page, just got to give a shout out. There's a Facebook famous hawk that was released into the wild. So again, I really feel like only in New Hampshire. We had a trooper, Mark Magoon,
Okay.
who went and picked up this hawk off the highway. The hawk was kind of hanging out there, and hawks recovered and being released into the wild. There's a quote from him. He took this selfie. Can we get this? Took a selfie of himself. And his quote was, he said, I'm almost 54. I don't take a lot of selfies.
But with a hawk,
I guess if you rescue a hawk, that's
yeah, that's a selfie moment.
a selfie
Yep,
moment.
I would do it.
Good job, Mark.
Yeah. Way to go.
Happy there for the hawk. All right. We're going to save one thing for last, but we are going to play a quick game of Trivial
Okay.
Pursuit. One card, new cards, 40th edition of Trivial Pursuit. And play along. Keep track of how many you get right. If you get all 6 right, we'll send you a congratulatory fund up in the mail. Make a guess.
Ready?
Let's go. Yeah.
Ready. Blue.
Blue, geography.
The names of how many of the United States end in the letter O?
O. I got to name
Yep.
how many states?
How many states end with the letter O?
Okay, we have Ohio. That's 1. Oh, it's going to take me forever to. Colorado.
2,
That's 2. Idaho.
3,
That's 3. I don't want to, we're running out of time. I'm just going to say 4.
You're right.
4, okay.
Got it.
Good, let's
Last
go.
one was New Mexico.
New Mexico.
Pink.
Pink, entertainment.
Which Broadway and screen legend starred as Mary Poppins and Maria von Trapp?
Julie Andrews.
Boom. That's who it is.
Let's go.
Okay, yellow.
Yellow
You're all just going to have to
history.
keep up. We're going fast.
Yeah, good luck. If you know it, you know it. Let's
Okay.
go.
Which fashion designer is known for making women's suits with collarless jackets and fitted skirts beginning in the 1920s?
1920s.
Yep.
Fashion designer.
Fashion designer.
1920s.
1920s. Collarless jackets, fitted skirts. For women's suits. Women's.
Lagerfeld.
No. Coco Chanel.
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 Okay.
Okay. Purple.
Purple, art and literature.
In the Aesop fable where slow and steady wins the race,
False.
who came out the loser?
In the Aesop fable, someone said, who came out the loser?
Who came out the loser?
Turtle loses every time. Turtle. Turtle.
Are
Turtle.
you intentionally giving the wrong answer?
Turtle.
He has to.
Turtle loses.
Okay, it's gonna be counted
It's
as the wrong
slow.
answer because the correct answer is the hare or the rabbit.
False. Rabbit always wins. Rabbits
Wrong.
win in life.
Wrong in print.
Rabbit's going home to his hot bunny wife. And
Green. Green.
sorry, I don't know what that meant. Green science and nature.
What type of clothing is J wear, which Koichi Wakata wore continuously for 1 month on the International Space Station in 2009?
What type of clothing
Yes.
is Jay wear?
What type of clothing is J wear, which Koichi Wakata wore
Underwear.
continuously? Yes, it is.
Underwear.
An antibacterial odor eliminating undies, apparently. Okay, orange.
Orange, sports and leisure.
Who is the first woman to become a full-time NBA All-Star assistant coach?
Ooh. The first woman.
The first woman to become a full-time NBA All-Star assistant coach.
Miller. I don't know.
Becky Hammon.
Becky Hammond. I did not know that one. Okay, good card. All
There
right,
we go.
if you got all 6 right, it's possible.
It's
I didn't know
possible. Maybe you did.
Chanel.
Yeah.
And then you know, they're trivial. They were wrong about one of the answers. It's fine. Rabbit
Yeah.
wins.
I'm trying to remember what the closet calendar's recommendation was at this point.
Oh, I see you. Okay. We have some good news.
Yes,
All right,
we
so
do.
We love to share some good news. So part of the This Is the Day fam was baptized last week. So it commented on the chat that she would like to be baptized. And so we have a video of Deb's baptism. So join us in
exciting.
celebrating
Yeah,
Deb.
Deb!
Yay!
Woo!
We're celebrating the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. You ready?
Ready.
Upon the confession that you made publicly, I now baptize you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Go ahead and hold your nose. Amen. Yes.
Yay!
Yeah!
All right.
Yay, Deb!
Deb, that is, we're so excited that you would share that with us. Excited for you and for you know, the family of God
Yeah.
and just the decisions you're making and where you are in your journey with Jesus. And thank you for sharing that with us and letting us share that with the rest of the family.
Yeah. We love it when we can share in celebration like that.
Oh, it's the best, absolute best. And so, hey, if you're out there and you're thinking about Jesus and your next step with Him, just let us know. You can reach out, you can make a comment, and we'd love to connect with you. That's how Deb did that. She just stepped out and said, "Hey, I'm interested in this," and so we continued on that journey with her. Or you can send us an email at thisistheday@manchesterchristian.com. Either way, but we would love to help facilitate whatever your next step with Jesus
Whatever
might
it
be.
is, we all have next steps to take.
Yeah, you got questions? We can explore those questions together.
Yeah, exactly. We love questions.
Absolutely,
Yep.
always. So, anyway, it's been a great day. We didn't get to JoJo's Boom Boom book
It's
review.
all right.
It'll come.
It's gonna be good when we get there.
It'll be good when we get there. But we did get to talk about tie-dye socks.
We did.
was
The
tough.
socks made it in, so we're good for today.
I know. I'm excited about my socks.
They're cool socks. I'm not denying that.
Looking forward to
Yeah.
wearing these bad boys.
Yep.
All right. This is the day.
This is the day.
Wednesday edition.
Wednesday.
We'll catch you on Thursday.
Tomorrow.